Picture this. It's 1953. The Korean War just ended, smoke still rising from the rubble. South Korea? It's a broken shell of a place. No roads, no factories, barely any food. People are digging through dirt for roots to eat. The average person makes, what, $67 a year. That's less than a decent pair of sneakers today. This isn't just poor. This is nothing. So how the heck does a country like that, smaller than Ohio, no oil, no gold, turn into a global powerhouse pumping out K-pop, Samsung phones, and Oscar-winning movies? Buckle up, because this is the wildest comeback story you've never heard. Let's rewind the tape. South Korea's got no business being a success story. After Japan's colonial rule ends in 1945, it's a mess. Then the war splits it from the north, leaving the south with 21 million people, a shredded economy, and a dictator named Syngman Rhee who's more about power than progress. But here's the twist. The real hero isn't one guy. It's a gamble, a crazy all-in bet on something nobody saw coming. Enter Park Chung-hee, 1961. He's a military guy, takes over in a coup. Not exactly a warm and fuzzy leader, ruthless, authoritarian, but he's got a vision. He looks at Japan, sees their post-war boom, and thinks, we're doing that. Step 1? Stop begging for handouts. The U.S. is tossing aid, $12 billion worth, but Park says, nah, we're building our own game. He rounds up farmers, hands them books, and says, learn to read. We're going industrial. Here's where it gets nuts. Park doesn't mess around. He picks a handful of scrappy family businesses, like Samsung, Hyundai, and pumps them with cash. Build stuff, he says. Steel, ships, cars, stuff the world wants. But there's a catch. You don't get rich unless you export. Sell to America, Europe, Japan. Keep the 1 week, make it cheap. By the 70s, South Korea's shipping out everything. Wigs, textiles, then boom, electronics. Factories sprout like weeds. People move from huts to apartments. Wages triple. But wait, it's not just about machines. Park's obsessed with brains. He floods schools with teachers, makes parents send every kid, girls too, which was rare back then. By the 80s, South Korea's got a 98% literacy rate. Kids who'd have been farmers are now engineers. And the workers? They're relentless. 60-hour weeks, no vacations, pure grit. They call it the Han River Miracle. But it's less miracle, more sweat and strategy. Fast forward, the 80s hit, and South Korea's a player. Samsung's making TVs, not just copying them. Hyundai's cars are on American roads. Then the 90s. Democracy kicks in after Park's gone, and the people take the wheel. Tech explodes. Internet's blazing fast. First in the world. Companies like LG and SK join the party. By 2012, PSY is dancing in Gangnam, and BTS is about to conquer your playlist. GDP per capita? From $67 to over $34,000. That's not a glow-up. That's a supernova. So what's the secret sauce? It's not luck. It's a government that bet big, a people that worked insane hours, and a pivot from dirt to digital. Sure, it wasn't pretty. Protests, crackdowns, inequality. But South Korea didn't just climb out of poverty. It rewrote the rulebook, from eating roots to exporting robots, from war scars to Parasite-winning Oscars. This tiny peninsula didn't just survive, it became a vibe. Think South Korea's story is crazy? Hit that subscribe button. Next time, we're diving into another underdog that shocked the world. Drop a comment. What's the wildest comeback you know? Let's talk.